Just wanted to talk about how it feels to drive Charger SCATPACK, because some of you might have not test driven one or is planning on test driving one, and a lot of times you test drive, salesman kind of goes with you and you can't really feel how the car really performs. So for me, the Charger SCATPACK, that's why I try to drive this every weekend, because it's a fun car to drive around in. It's how does it feel for me? I mean, it's a good looking car, so it feels like you're driving something special. Just the way it looks, the way it stands. Dodge did a good job in the way the Charger SCATPACK SRT Hellcats look. The front end and the hood, they kind of look very aggressive. So you feel like you're driving something special. That's the first thing. But when you're in the car, when you're inside it, at first, if you have it on regular street mode, it doesn't feel like any other car. It's just like any other four-door sedan. But when you start that engine and you hear that roar of that engine, you feel in your heart the pump of that engine. The sound of that engine makes you feel you're in something that has somewhat of a performance vehicle. So that's how it makes you feel, and it gets you excited. You'll feel that feeling, that excitement. And then obviously when you put it on sport mode, it changes the whole feel of the car. The steering wheel tightens, the shifting gets a little bit more aggressive on auto mode even, and the suspension when it's on sport mode. The Jeep SRT definitely stiffens up when you put it on track mode, really stiff. And here you put it on sport mode, it makes it shifting more aggressive, drives a little bit more aggressive, the throttle response is a little bit more aggressive, and the steering wheel tightens up. So it gives you that feeling of performance. It gives you that feeling that you're in a car that will, do some aggressive things. So when you get on the throttle, it gives you that sound of that Hemi that, really excites you. So that's one thing that makes you feel excited about driving this car. And now when you're shifting to manual mode, or either you're paddle shifting or you're using the stick here to manual shift, it gets even more exciting, because now you're hearing the downshift, the rev matching on the downshift. And when you're shifting from first to second, second to third, third to fourth, around 2100 RPMs, you will hear that big bark that it does. It makes a big bark. I wish I could record that bark, but it's awesome. I'm sure it's really loud if you're behind the car, but it really makes you feel super excited. So that's what the car gives you, a feeling of excitement of driving a four-door car that has a performance feel to it. Remember, this is a four-door sedan, a family sedan. And when you can get that feeling of excitement, a sporting excitement, and when you can manually shift it, it does a good job of making you feel special, as if you're driving a really special car. Now, obviously, when you drive it a little aggressively, when you corner, like any rear-wheel drive car, the power that it gives you on the turns, it helps you turn quicker. But if you get a little too aggressive, it can kick out a little bit. And of course, traction control kicks in and you can recover. But it's not at first, we might get scared, but after you get used to it, you kind of anticipate that feeling when you're aggressive in a corner and it kicks out a little bit. And it's just fun. It's just a whole lot of fun. So those are the things that you're not going to get when you just test driving a Charger SCATPACK. Because obviously you can't do that unless your salesman is really cool and he lets you do that. But when you drive this car in that manner, I mean, not crazy, but a little bit more aggressive, you can have a lot of fun with it, and it brings a lot of that excitement to your driving experience. That's it. That's the word I was looking for, the driving experience. So this car gives you that dual experience of driving. If you're on this regular street mode, it's just a regular sedan, but obviously with the sound. But with in the sport mode, the sound even gets more aggressive and it gets more exciting. So it provides you that feeling that you're driving a special kind of car that has a dual personality, so to speak, in a good way, not in a crazy way, but in a good way. So that's what the Charger gives you. So let's go drive and talk a little bit more. I mean, so right now, street mode, it's not as loud. It's all right. You know, but then, you put it on sport mode, it gets a little more rowdier in the sound. So just driving around in it makes you feel really what do you call this, really feel special, because it feels like a toy, of course a big person toy or a boy's toy, but it does give you that feeling that you can have a lot of fun in it. I'm not even aggressively throttling, but it does give you that the stiffness of the suspension bounces you around, the feel of the steering wheel, the tightness of that, the response of the throttle, the shifting gives you that excitement when you drive the car. I keep saying excitement, seems like I'm overusing that word, but there's a Porsche who waved at me. I don't know who he was, but I haven't really driven a Porsche, so I don't know how that would feel. I mean, an all-wheel drive Porsche, but kind of like driving the Hemi because of the sound it makes. The sound alone will make you feel excited. That's one's for sure. But the whole package, what I mean to say is the suspension, the shifting, the throttle response, the steering provides you with a feeling of driving not just a regular car, a special type of car. I've driven the Hellcat. The Hellcat gives you the same feeling. It just delivers the power a lot more smoothly. So much power that it might scare you. The difference in the SCATPACK is it has that torque that keeps on, when you press on the pedal, it just keeps on going. The torque never ends. It's just torquey. Snaps your head every time. And then when you're braking, that Brembo, man, if you're not used to the Brembo, the way it bites right away. When you step on it, you almost have to feel it out, because if you don't, you'll jerk around the car a lot. I mean, I've been driving this car for 2.5 years, and sometimes I have to remind myself, depending on what shoes I'm wearing, to go easy on the brake, because it just grabs. So like here in the stop sign, I'll just it grabs right away. So stepping from your regular car to this car, it's a totally different feeling in braking. Obviously, a totally different feeling in accelerating. You hear that? And that's just automatic. Man, gives you, I don't know, because I've been driving this about 2.5 years, like I said. Maybe if you're new to this, it'll give you that adrenaline rush. It still gives me a rush, but not so much adrenaline. It still gives you a rush that you're driving an aggressive car that, you know, can go as fast as you can handle. It's certainly is a fun car to drive for sure. So you see here, let's paddle shift this thing. Let's get this Cadillac ahead of me, and let's paddle shift this thing. See how it even feels. That's third gear right there. So you can hear that aggressiveness. It's a lot of fun. You know, you don't have to go very, very fast to have fun with this car. I mean, just paddle shifting the thing makes you already have fun in it. That's one thing for sure. I find myself just doing that on a regular basis, just paddle shifting, just downshifting like that. You can hear that noise. Sorry about that bump right there. It was a railroad. Just doing that downshift, upshift, it's a whole lot of fun, man. I'm telling you. That's why I wanted to make this video, because I figured for those of you who are thinking of getting a Scat Pack and thinking how does it feel to drive it, you know, I wish I'm conveying, you know, the true feeling of driving this car. Because just like I said, you know, driving a speed limit, just paddle shifting it's a whole lot of fun already just by doing that. That's a stock muffler. It's crazy. Dodge did a good job in making this car sound the way they do. I really appreciate that. I mean, the exhaust sound from that 392 Hemi, I mean, that's the right sound you want to hear. So here we're in a stop. Let these people get through. And then let's paddle shift it. Man, that's a whole lot of fun. Totally easy. Slow down. Concentrate a little bit, because you know it's a rear-wheel drive car, and it can get, you know, squarely. It can kick out and do whatever it wants to do at any given moment when you get on the throttle. You gotta be ready for that. But I'm telling you, it's a whole lot of fun. Let's make a turn here and see how it does. So I'm gonna hold it on second gear and let off and see if you can hear that bump. this car. Absolutely, a whole lot of fun, just by yourself. So I'm hoping by giving you this experience, I was able to convey how it feels to drive this car. Maybe I'm failing, I don't know. You let me know. You guys let me know in the comments below. So here we are, just driving around this local farm roads. I don't know where I'm going, but I'll figure it out. Anyways, let me know, guys, if I've conveyed to you how it feels to drive this car. Maybe I'm not choosing the right words or anything like that, but it's certainly something I wanted to share with you, because for those people who are curious to know how this car drives, it's certainly something that you cannot replicate it on a test drive. So either you gotta have a friend who will let you drive their car, borrow it, drive around, or you just have to find out from a cool salesperson who will let you drive this car in that way. So let me know in the comments below what you think, and thank you for my subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. That'll help a lot. And as usual, things that I've done to this car is going to be in the description below. So click the thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, and I'll figure out where I'm going to go. I think I'm lost. All right, see you soon.